Hi, Tony Baratta here, and I wanted to talk to you about one of the biggest problems that my clients have when they suffer a head injury. Oftentimes, these head injuries can't be picked up on any kind of standard diagnostic testing. The damage to the axons in the brain is so small as to be not able to be picked up in standard diagnostic testing. So persons who have ongoing and lasting for a long time and even permanently cognitive changes like loss of memory, or physical changes like headaches, or even emotional problems like depression, all that follow an injury to the brain that can't be seen on a diagnostic study. So how do we prove it's there? Well, first of all, let me talk to you about some of the types of diagnostic studies. A CT scan is typically done in the emergency department when you arrive to the hospital reporting a brain injury. And the reason that is because a CT scan is very good to pick up things like blood. And if there is blood that can be seen in the brain, well, that is an emergency and something that needs to be attended to save your life. But a CT scan is not sensitive enough to pick up the kind of minor tears that you're going to, or small tears, I shouldn't say minor tears, but the small tears that you would see in your brain cells. MRI is a little bit better. It can pick up soft tissue much better than CT scans. But you have to be careful about the sensitivity of the MRI. Most MRIs are only what is known as 1.5 Tesla. The much more sensitive MRIs to pick up small things like axonal tears is a 3.0 Tesla. But even those may not be sufficient to pick up the small tears of a brain injury. And with regard to MRI, we recommend to our clients that they wait 9 to 12 months or so after an injury, because those minor tears, those small tears in the axons can be repaired over time. The brain can repair itself. And so if it's a long-lasting injury, we want our clients to wait 9 to 12 months to get an MRI. Also, neuropsychological testing can be helpful. This is a kind of test which a person takes a battery of written and spoken and visual tests to find out what part of the brain is functioning and what part of the brain is not functioning. We recommend that our clients wait at least 18 months after an injury to have such a neuropsychological evaluation, because that's when we know that the problems are more permanent and less transitory, because a lot of people do recover from a brain injury before that 18-month period. But for persons who suffer ongoing cognitive, physical, and psychological problems following a head injury that last much more than 18 months, a neuropsychological evaluation is helpful. But the number one objective test for whether our clients have suffered a brain injury, and the way we make it visible to a jury, is the test of life. It's the test of speaking with people who know you, people who are able to compare who you were before the injury as opposed to who you have become since the injury. And we've been able to find some really beneficial type stories, helpful to our clients, from people our clients would never expect. People like the dry cleaner, who said, every time Mary came in, she was like the life of the party. She would be smiling and happy and asking everybody how their weekend was. And now when she comes in, she barely says a word. Or, you go to the coffee shop and similar kind of experience. Somebody who has no stake in the outcome of your case might be the very best person who can describe the differences in who you were then and who you are now since the head injury. My name is Tony Baratta, and I hope this has been helpful.